Hey everyone, welcome back to Sports Cards Analysis. I'm JT with another case break simulation. Today we got 2023 Topps Museum Collection Baseball. Getting this one out nice and early. We got one autograph per box, or one autograph relic card, one on-card autograph, and one quad relic and one regular relic per box on average, of course. Got some case hits in there. Here's some of the cards you can expect. I'm about to tell you how to buy into breaks the smart way, make you gamble less. I'll give you all of the odds, how many cases you'll hit in, things like that. Real quick disclaimer, if you make a purchase based on what I tell you, hey, that's on you. I don't ask for anything when you hit. You shouldn't ask for anything when you don't hit. That's just a disclaimer. Hopefully this information will keep you informed in order for you to make smart purchases when you buy into breaks, or if you're just generally thinking about buying this product. So first things first, let's talk about the price of this case, $4,749 at Steel City. I think you could add, give or take, some money here per team, what I'm about to show you. But what I'm showing you first is a table that shows you, instead of looking at this product by which team has the best cards or which team has the most likely valuable hits, let's just look at all cards being equal. Let's assign the same exact dollar value to every card in this set, including all the print runs, until it adds up to $4,749. Then figure out, based on the checklist, which teams have the best value based on probability. So this table here tells you which team gives you the highest probability of hitting. That's the most frequent cards, and what you should pay for those teams. So if you're strictly seeking autographs, which most people are in breaks, you will find that the teams with the most unique autographs are in that order. But when you look at the print runs, they're in this order. I don't know if some of them have changed, some of them haven't. The reason why I do this way is because in museum collection, a lot of cards have a print run already stated, whether it's 1 out of 25 or 1 out of 99 or more. I count every single card in the set and I assign it that value. So if you want to pay for the Braves based solely on the probability that you'll get a hit, there are over 9,000 Braves autographs in this set. That doesn't mean they're all good, but you will walk away with the largest stack of autographs on average if you choose the Braves. And if you do want to pay for probability, pay $438. That will offset the cost to the breaker, because they're probably going to charge per team in order to make their money back plus a little profit. I don't know how much profit these guys are making. Seen some pretty cool Instagram stuff showing how much breakers are charging. But if you want to pay for your probability, I would stick to be right around there, $438. And then you can go down, this is teams 1 through 10, as far as the highest probability of getting an autograph. I will also do the highest probability of the total cards, because in this set there's memorabilia cards, there's insert cards, there's parallels, there's all kinds of stuff. I'm just going to do autographs in total. So here's 1 through 10 for the autographs, highest probability of hitting an autograph. Here's 11 through 20, highest probability of hitting an autograph, and the price that you should safely pay based on that. And then here's page 3, 21 through 30. I'm not going to go any further than that. Most of the teams after this are I'll just show you. They're like the multi-autograph teams. So we're just going to stick with the teams with one. Now, that's for autographs. What about total cards? What if you're looking to walk away not just with the largest stack of autograph cards? What if you're looking to walk away from each break with the largest stack of cards, period? Well, that would be the Yankees, then the Braves, then Dodgers, Mets, Astros, Cardinals. And you can look, this is the total. There's 28,000 cards. Now, I had to make some guesses on the base set, but in general, there's at least 28,000 cards for just the Yankees in this set, in museum collection. And based on that, your probability, you should pay for the probability at about $340. Now, the reason why the Braves are higher for autographs is because you're just paying for autographs. Whereas in this one, you're paying for all cards, memorabilia, inserts, parallels, etc. So this is the order 1 through 10, total cards, and the price you should comfortably pay if you just want to walk away with the most hits. That's what this table is all about. Now, I am going to show you, this is the third page here, I am going to show you the cost by the value. So how do I get the value? Well, I scrape some websites, like check out my cards in eBay. I gather up some prices, and then I run 200 simulations. Before I do that, I develop this scale, 1 through 5 being high profit ROI, so your Shohei Ohtanis, your Babe Ruths, things like that. and then at 1 being guys who might not sell at all. You're going to lose money. You're either going to sell at a loss or you're going to hold that card and it's just going to collect dust. How does this product fare in those categories? Well, this scale, you look at the x-axis 1 through 5. There's no ones in this product. They really put some care into the checklist. So this product actually does skew towards 4. It's very high in the 3s. In order for a product to be a perfect 5, it would have to have only cards in the 5 categories. So that's why you're going to see the product value where it is. There are a ton of 4s. I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion. This is a good product. This checklist is very good. It is worth buying because of how much care they put into making sure that there's quality players. Now, don't get discouraged by this. 3.6 is actually very good. If you look at the distribution of players, it's obviously going to be 3 point something because just things are skewed in the right direction. Now, the total product strength, this just is autographs. Total autograph checklist is a 3.6 out of 5. The total product with memorabilia and everything is a 3.7. It's a pretty good checklist, and I would say the only thing that keeps this below a 4 are things like the canvas collection and the base set, which do include some players that are less than ideal. But this is overall really, really good checklist. Very, skews towards 5. I love it. But let's talk about those values. Instead of paying for probability, you want to jump into these breaks and buy the best team you can possibly buy based on the checklist. Well, in that case, let's look at the average return on investment for if you were to buy into 200 breaks and you were to buy the Angels every single time, you would get an average of $322 in ROI per case. That's over 200 cases. So I take the total return on investment and I divide it by 200. That's how you get this number here. That's pretty good. And that's because obviously there's going to be some Otanis, there's going to be some Trouts. There's good cards on the Angels. So you get a high ROI. But if you look, there's also a lot of duds. There's a lot of rookies who aren't going to get you a high return on investment. The full product strength is a metric that I've developed to tell you which team kind of has the most players in this 4 and 5 category. So the teams with the highest, the Yankees, are the best product strength in this entire checklist. So they have the most high value, high ROI players in this set. But because I'm running a simulation with the actual print runs and the pack odds when I can get them, this is a more realistic outlook as to what you could expect to actually hit. So even though the best team in this product is the Yankees, given the checklist, that doesn't mean that you always hit the Yankees. And I'll even give you more data that backs that up. So here's teams 1 through 10 as far as what the return on investment will be for each team over 200 cases. Keep that in mind. You can take screenshots. That's the point of this. Make this video full screen on your phone or your iPad or your TV or whatever. Take screenshots, take pictures of it, and use this when you buy into museum collection. So that's page 1. This is the best top 10 ROI for this product. Very, very, very important data here. This is number 11 through 20 ROIs for museum collection, and these are 21 through 30 ROIs for museum collection. The next ones are all going to be those, Tampa, and then the teams with duels. Now, I don't aggregate these multi-team ones, so there's no ROI for that. So you've got all the ROI I can give you now. All right, so that's that table. Sorry for jumping around there. Okay, so that is one way to look at it, but what if you don't want to know average for 200 cases? What if you just want to know the ROI when it hits? So not 200, so not if you were to buy into 200. You just kind of want to know how much money can I make on the Angels when I do hit the Angels? Because you plan on buying them whether you hit or not. Maybe you're one of those guys who buys into so many breaks that maybe striking out isn't such a terrible thing for your financial bottom line. Here is probably the most important and rewarding table, and by table I mean spreadsheet, in this entire video. This tells you the average by only cases containing hits by team. So what I'm telling you here, this is very important. You got the team, you got the hit type, autograph, memorabilia, insert, parallel. You have the ROI for the cases when it hits, and I'm also giving you in my case break simulation of 200 breaks how many cases that hit type for that team hits. So now is buying the Angels at such a high dollar value worth it? Because up here, what I told you is your angels are going to give you an average ROI over 200 cases of 322. What if your breaker lists that team for $450? Is it worth it? Well, let me tell you why it's not. You should really stick to around that $300 range because the angels autographs only hit 45 times out of 200. That is 1/4 of the time. That's 1/4. So for every 4 cases that are opened, there's an angels autograph. Now in those, there was a high ROI, $2,014. That's because there's probably a few one-of-one, Mike Trouts, maybe Otani's in there. So the value's there, but you're also, in all 45 of these, you're not always hitting a Trout or Otani. Sometimes you're hitting a less valuable person, a less valuable player. So I'm going to go through this table. Just look at these, the team, the hit type, and the number of cases. That's going to give you kind of a rarity metric. And this ROI will tell you when it does hit, whether or not it hits well. So just look at that. I want to keep going over it so I make sure everyone's clear about it, but I think you get it at this point. So like this team right here, the Yankees autographs appeared in 150 cases. That means for every 4 cases that are open, 3 of them are going to have a Yankees autograph. So in that case, you might want to pay more than $480 because on average, you're getting $480. I'm not telling you what to pay, but I'm saying that Yankees autographs seem to come up a lot. And this is because the print runs are such that at a random, collation based on what's supposed to be in these hobby boxes, that's what happens there. Whoops. Look at this one, $185 for Braves autographs. Tons of Braves autographs, $413 average ROI. That's really good. That's actually really close to the total ROIs. $245? That's actually more. So when you take out those cases it doesn't hit, it actually goes up a lot. All right, so just look at that. This will tell you, boom, how many cases it hits in. So Orioles autographs only showed up half the time. Okay, keep that in mind. So that's this table. That's 11 through 20. That's 21 through 30. I'm going to go through a bunch of these because you got to look. There's also memorabilia. There's inserts, parallels. So if you're chasing some of those like bat cards, there's base cards in here, not base set. I'm talking actual bases from first, second, third base are in these memorabilia cards. So there you go. Take screenshots. There was one with 197 on this page. So Yankees parallels almost show up every single time. That's really great. There you go. We'll go through maybe like 10 pages of this. Take screenshots. Use this. You're chasing something. Everyone's chasing something. So use these tables to get what you're chasing. Are you a Blue Jays fan? Maybe last page, going after those Blue Jays inserts. They show up less than half the time. So, risky move there if you're going after Blue Jays inserts. I don't know who's buying into breaks specifically to get inserts, but those are those canvas collection. They are very collectible. Now, here's a new table I haven't really done before. This is average ROI and the number of cases by set. So maybe you're a set builder. And in museum collection, that's probably not the case most of the time. But let's look at the percentage by set type of what hits here. So, and we can even just sort this by auto and just tell you what type of sets you can expect. So single player signature swatches, triple relic autographs hit 100% of the time. So in every single case, they're actually, well, it's rounded. It's rounded up. So 199 cases, there was a triple relic auto. And I think that's what the case odds actually have on it. Dual relic auto 100% of the time. And that's because I think that the single player signature swatches are 1 per box, and there's 4 boxes per case, so you should get at least one of those every time. Archival autographs showed up 100% of the time. Museum framed autographs showed up half the time. See? So that's what this is telling you. The percentage here of cases in 200 of them that these showed up. So this is just for autographs. So dual autos, if you're chasing one of those dual autos, 6% of the time. Very rare, very hard to get. Triple autographs, 1% of the time. Only showed up in 3 cases. Framed Hall of Fame autographs, 1%, and only 2 cases did it show up. So that's kind of what this shows you. If you're looking for like those base, I would be looking for these. Whoops, almost spelled baseball. So if you're looking for the authenticated base relics, they showed up 6% of the time. If you're looking for the base autograph relics, that showed up for 4% of the time. And that's how we can do that there. So there's some pretty cool stuff there. There's also lumber, there's bats and stuff. So there you go, lumber bat nameplates 5% of the time. So if you want those nameplates, 200 cases, It's only going to show up 5% of the time. Very hard to predict that you're going to hit that. So that's what that is. Hopefully that helps you all in your journeys to collect what you want. Let's just look at the master checklist real quick. So this is not part of my case break simulation. I just want to show you, which teams have the highest number of cards. For number of cards total, we're looking at, this is actually by player. So Acuna has the most cards. Let's see how it breaks down. This is autographs. He's got 1,000 autographs, 1,004 autographs. He's got 564 memorabilia cards, 1,102 insert cards, and 1,031 parallel cards. So that's Acuna. So we can kind of look down this list and see who has the most cards and what you can expect. And typically with tops, you see a lot of rookies up at the top. So this is actually really good to see these more veteran guys up at the top of the list for who's got the most. So they're saving all their Acuna autos for this product, it seems. So here's page 2. Here's page 3. Just look at this number here. That's the total number of cards. And if you want, this row, this column here is autographs. So that's how many autographs per player. And I believe every autograph is serial numbered, so there's no guesses here. They are legitimately what this product has. So there's 7 pages, 8 pages of players. Now let's move on, because that's hard to determine what team you should buy. Unless you get into a player break, then that information is valuable. So total cards by team, here you go, 1 through 10. I don't even need to explain this. This is total cards by team, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. That's the top 30 teams for how many cards they have. These will also, just like the probability table, best teams to buy. Okay, number of cards by print run. I'm only showing you this so you can see how many one-of-ones there are. There's 1,376. So if you're one of those people who love one-of-ones, this is a decent product, kind of mid-tier. There's some with 2,000 one-of-ones in it. If you want a one-of-one, here's the top 10 teams with one-of-ones. 113 Yankee one-of-ones, 94 Braves one-of-ones, 79 Phillies. Let's actually see. We'll do the case break summary results, and you actually get to see how many cases one-of-ones appeared in the next table. But for the one case, let me just show you what your expectations. Set your expectations based on something like this. My lowest print run was 5, so I didn't even get a one-of-one in just case number 200 is the one I'm showing you here. In my simulation, I do 200 case breaks. I'm showing you just one case here. So, we did get a dual auto of Barry Larkin and Joey Votto. That's pretty sweet. Out of 5. That's really awesome. Let's just look at autographs and see what we got. We got that. We got Biggio. See Fred Lynn, Bobby Witt, and Bobby Witt Jr. dual auto. That's interesting, out of 15. Corey Seager. See, there's some good stuff. There's some not so. Fergie Jenkins, that's pretty good, out of 299. Man, that dude's signing a lot of stuff. Jeremy Pena, not bad. Ryan Sandberg. Cubs were a good team to buy in this case break. O'Neal Cruz on there. So we got 24 autos, and this is just the first 20 of them. That's actually pretty good. I would be really happy with that case if I bought that case all to myself. But I never do that because I can't afford it. I would just buy one team, and I really can't afford most of that in museum collection either. So that's why I do these videos, because I'd rather see you hit than me spend my money and be miserable. So these are the kind of the results that you can expect. Did we get any cool base cards? Let's see. What kind of, did we get lumber? Let's see, did we get lumber? Yeah, we got a lumber card. It was, that was the first, that was the 1 out of 5. It was dual autograph jumbo lumber bat relics. That's cool. What about bases? Not base set. Relic, I think, is what it was. Relic. Yeah, I don't think we got any bases. Meaningful materials. That's pretty cool. Meaningful. Okay, let's move on. You probably don't care. I'm just looking at stuff. So for all 200, let's just look at that, because that's the important thing. For all 200 case breaks, I did get a bunch of one-of-ones. For 200, I got 96 one-of-ones. That's what that means, 96 rolls. I'm not even going to go through all these. But what that means really is that half the time there's a one-of-one. So for every 2 cases, you should get 1 case with a one-of-one in it. That's pretty good. Very good odds, actually. Now let's look at how the ROI, actual return on investment, these are dollars, US dollars, how they're distributed across the teams for the first 20 breaks in the simulation. And the reason why I show you this is because sometimes, like in this case, literally this case, the Orioles had the best ROI, but in the very next one, the Braves did. So you might be thinking what, maybe I can't afford the best team, but maybe I can afford a team that occasionally has a high ROI. So that's what you have here. So I'm just going to scroll slowly through these. You can take screenshots, and these are just ROI by team for 20 cases. And you can see they're different. The Angels hit there, Padres hit there. In this case, the Blue Jays hit really well. The Angels, the Cardinals, see, they're just changing. So take risks based on what you see here. Use data, make informed purchases, informed decisions, so that when you're buying into breaks, you're not gambling, you're making an informed purchase. You're not betting risk, you're betting certainty in some cases. So there you go. So we look through all 20 of those. Now, simulation results, cards by team for 20. So this sometimes does differ from the actual breakdown of the teams. So the master checklist might have a certain configuration, but when we take into account all those print runs and the rarity of some of those cards, this is actual simulated results. So this should be pretty close to what you could expect if you were to buy into 200 case breaks. And this just gives you kind of like an on average result. And so that's the top 20 teams for what realistically should happen in case breaks. Now we got a bunch of 1-of-1s. Let me show you what teams we hit. So even though the Yankees have the most 1-of-1s, I actually got the most Red Sox. In 200 cases, we got 7 of them. And then these teams, just look at this column here. These are the 1-of-1s that I hit. These are just by serial number, hits by serial number. So these are 1-of-1s, this first column here. So there's the teams that hit 1-of-1s, and use that to your liking if you want. And then let's just break it down, teams in 200 case breaks by which team had the most of each card type. So for autographs in 200 case breaks, we got almost 500 Braves cards. Very good. So this is the order. If you're chasing those autos within the simulation, this is the order that I was able to get hits for. Now, insert cards, this is those canvas collections. That we don't really care about that because most of them are base cards anyway. Now, memorabilia, there's some really cool stuff. Here's the order in which these teams hit in this frequency for 200 case breaks, and parallels will do that too. Here's the teams and the frequency that they hit. There you go. That is 2023. A little longer of a video. I wanted to re-explain some of these concepts. Got a lot of new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everyone watching 2023 Topps Museum Collection. Thank you. Bye.